Shōnen Champion.
Muhammad Alai Jr., a skillful boxer like his old man, his strikes are incomparable to regular boxers, as his punches are far more destructive and possesses a far more faster hand speed than his father's. His footwork is fast and impressive, which he uses to penetrate the opponent's defense. He is greatly confident with his fighting ability as he challenged Yujiro to a real fight to show his fighting skills. However, he made Yujiro an ass of himself and pissed him off instead, which no one else would dare to do so, yet would obviously be no match against the ogre. He exhibits superb evasive maneuvers and head movements. Even without the utilization of footwork, he easily countered the supine defensive position, a position which no one has ever been able to overcome, otherwise known as the Alai versus Igari position, a ridiculous but troublesome move invented by Antonio Igari during the Fight of the Century match that gave great predicament to Muhammad Alai. He eventually fought in the Great Raitai tournament, where he easily evaded attacks and defeated his opponent with only a couple of hits. Swiftly sliced his opponent's face with only his bare knuckles, as he had completed and honed the Muhammad Alai mixed martial arts, the martial art that his father left unfinished. The Muhammad Alai mixed martial arts is a martial art of an all-compatible boxing, where regular boxing uses the legs for the sole purpose of footwork. This martial art uses the power of kicking the ground to multiply the speed and power of the strike, increasing its destructive power, though its main purpose is to refurbish the boxing art's strength and weaknesses to be formidable against any form of martial art. After the Raitai tournament, as confident as he is, he challenged Shibukawa and Orochi, where he defeated both of them and lost to Jack Hanma, where he almost died in the process. Nonetheless, the defeated top-tier fighters beat the shit out of him while he was still in recovery. But even at a disadvantage, as unfair as it was, Muhammad Alai Jr. fought them for the second time. Lacerated tongue, fractured hands, shattered wrists, dislocated knee, and broken foot. Injuries that incapacitates any combatant from any more fights. Even so, he again met his defeat at the hands of his father, Muhammad Alai, the biggest and strongest athlete of the 20th century, the world heavyweight boxing champion, a fighter who was able to graze Yujiro and has earned Yujiro's respect. Before we continue, consider subscribing and share your thoughts by commenting below. Muhammad Ali, the legend, the greatest trash talker in boxing history, able to shatter his opponent's will during fights. The boxer with the fastest hand speed and hardly raised his guard. A boxer with the power of a heavyweight and the speed of a lightweight. Also known as Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., the three-time world heavyweight champion. The legendary pugilist, known for his uncanny speed, agility, and amazing footwork, with unrivaled willpower and defensive skills. He destroyed his opponents both physically and mentally, where fighters feared going into his punching range, as he dominated the world of boxing. It was an honor that one of his great fights was held in the Philippines, the Thrilla in Manila, which became the most legendary boxing match in history. His known techniques, the alley shuffle. Due to his unmatched evasive movements and footwork, the alley shuffle is a fast foot movement that affects his opponent psychologically, which greatly confuses the opponent and keeps them guessing. The rope-a-dope, since Muhammad Ali is a dynamic and thinking boxer who reads his opponent's striking movements. This strategic technique utilizes his superior evasive head and body movement, which allows the opponent to throw a series of punches to the user by foresighting and dodging every blow. This technique rapidly drains the opponent's stamina. The dancing jab, a jab that utilizes his footwork. This targets the opponent's forehead, giving a knockback effect. This jab is also used to find the opponent's range, engage his distance, or stop the opponent from advancing. Once the technique connects, it is followed up by his most destructive punch, the right cross, a powerful punch executed with great exertion of force. This basic punch became deadlier at the hands of Muhammad Ali, as he explodes forward when executing his devastating blow, thus finishing off the opponent. Even though Muhammad Alai Jr. fought with injuries and almost died during the fights, he never backed down. He eventually fought Baki Hanma, but was quickly destroyed with a brutal uppercut, a ball-crunching, groin-crushing fatal testicular devastation, a skull-shattering downward kick to the head, and a rear-naked choke, where he almost died with certainty. After that match, he was never seen again. Having defeated two of the top-tier combatants, he acknowledged their strengths, thus gaining their respect in return. And by defeating the fighters in the Rai Thai tournament, he unveiled the effectiveness of the Muhammad Ali mixed martial arts and his phenomenal determination, proving himself as a worthy and powerful combatant.
As we proceed to give you what you need, right hook, knock out, left hook, knock out, straight uppercut, left, right hook, knock out, 1-2 combination, it's a knockout, jumping head first, this is a knockout, right hook, knock out, left hook, knock out, straight uppercut, left, right hook, knock out, 1-2 combination, it's a knockout, jumping head first, this is a knockout. Ever lived the life of a boxer? Some people think it's kinda awkward, bashing in your skull with a 1-2 combination, but this is a boxer, the life, the man, the determination of which only one could understand if he going for the title. Kinda like a priest when he practicing the Bible. Sheer determination, look at Roy, at the end of his career, not scared, he would not deploy. Fought to the end, had nothing to gain, nothing to prove, but a whole lot to lose. But Tarver ain't on HBO, are you confused? Boy, the boxing mogul, kind of like Gotti, crushing blows to your body, right hand broken. Larry Merchant with kind words to be spoken, but quick to criticize when a man is exposed. People chanting rave as a man collapses and folds. Right hook, knock out, left hook, knock out, straight uppercut, left, right hook, knock out, 1-2 combination, it's a knockout, jumping head first, this is a knockout, right hook, knock out, left hook, knock out, straight uppercut, left, right hook, knock out, 1-2 combination, it's a knockout, jumping head first, this is a knockout. Pacquiao, like Pacquiao, I break styles, smooth like De La Hoya when I'm switching my styles. Don't be scared, I'm vicious like El Terrible. Listen to the flow, my ya te dije, ain't too much that y'all can teach, man. Y'all like Klitschko, too much he say, she say, but I'm not damaged. Nah, I'm like Mickey Water, fight through the war. You should give me an award. I'm lyrically sound like Floyd, boy.